Alright, hey everyone, this is Ash, and welcome back to the King's Speech after my very long hiatus. Apologize, I did mean to get back to this because I can't even remember honestly the last time I recorded a video reaction or a read through. I know I had like a lot of projects I said I was gonna do, but fortunately, work and life was kind of kicking my butt these last few months, and still kind of going that route for the next little while. So it's going to be busy, and I can't promise, it's going to be back to a normal schedule for a while. But right now, kind of trying to at least like dip my toes back into doing this because I have missed, doing the reaction videos and the read throughs and the things. So I figured I'd start dipping my toes back into it slowly. And so, guess quick plans for the future right now. So, today, the thing we're here for is I got my hands on Monstress Volume 2. So, we're going to be doing a read through of that. And I will split this into two parts. So, I know this volume collects chapters 7 to 12. So, I think for this one, I'm going to try to get through to chapter 10 for part 1 of volume 2, and then I'll do another video that covers, so I'll either go to chapter 9 or 10 in this video, and then depending on how long it runs, I'll do the remaining chapters in part 2 video that should be also out sometime this week. So that's my current plan for right now. And then tonight I plan to do a reaction review to One Piece, Promised Neverland, and Haikyuu if I can swing it. I'll try to do those three for now. And then, so I'll try to do that for my main schedule right now. Is weekly I'll try to react to those three series at least. And then anything additional on top of that, if I have any time, I'll try to do more. And then for the read-through stuff, I think I'm going to do what the Black Manga Critic was doing. And I think I'll stick to doing one series at a time. Like I'll read through the entire series before moving on, because before I was kind of trying to do one series here, one series there, and it doesn't really help with kind of trying to maintain the flow and remember what happens in each volume as you go along if you kind of skip from series to series. So I think I'll do that. So I will start with, as you know, Monstress. I'll do the first read through series because there's only 3 volumes. So I'll do volume 2 this week. And then the week after next, probably I'll try to do volume 3. And then after that, I will try to do a Battle Angel Alita read through again, because I know that's one a lot of my friends have one wanting me to get through for a while now. So that will be my next big project, is going through Battle Angel Alita. I know I did a read through of the first 3 chapters or so of that series, but I think I'll just redo that again, because the first time I did that, my headspace wasn't the best, so I can't really remember a lot of what I read through, and I remember my analysis wasn't that great. So I think Alita, I'll just do another read through starting from the beginning, and then I'll just go through the entire series like that. So I think that will be my next big project after Monstress. But other than that, I'm hoping this is me at least being back in a semi official capacity for now. I'll try to keep you guys updated, when I'm trying to do a read through video. I'll keep you updated on when to expect, and I'll try to keep to the deadlines rather than kind of pushing it out. So I won't put like any promises out on Twitter unless I know for sure that I will do a video. But like I said, hopefully this is the start of a new trend again. But let's get right into it with Monstress Volume 2, The Blood. So we start with, Miss, I woke up last night and you were gone. I went for a walk, little fox. I was restless. So you see Micah out in the field, and she's just ripped open some sheep. It looks like she's about to eat their hearts, I would assume. He's like, oh, it's just I heard people talking beneath the window this morning. They said a monster had slaughtered sheep down by the docks. I wondered if you'd gotten hungry. You want to know if the monster is awake. So you see Micah, ripping into the sheep flesh as he's eating. and her eyes are all wild and she's crying. And you see the villagers rushing towards her and wondering what's going on. They're taking out a bow, a crossbow to try and shoot her. So we have Theria, most beloved city of the Wave Empress. Yes, miss, I haven't seen it since the battle with the witches. That's because it's sleeping again. So she runs away. She goes, motherfucker. She comes towards the wall. She goes, and she grabs her arm like this. She's ripping and goes, are you really asleep? If you can hear me, your days are numbered. I'm going to tear you out of me if it's the last thing I do. I swear an oath on it. And you see her, and the next day she's back in what looks like an inn. The world breaks us all, you once said to me, but strength can flow from those broken places, made new in ways we never dreamed. I'm trying to remember that, Mother. I'm trying to remember you. Does it hurt, miss? Yes. Now step back. I need to dress. I can still feel you. Your mother had such beautiful things. But miss, you told Lord Corvin that you were poor. I said I grew up in the dirt, and I did. For my mother, this wasn't a home. It was a base I barely remember living here before we left for the desert. You're in the clothes that I'm wearing. You're in this bed where I slept. Take what you need. We're leaving soon. I don't expect we'll be back. You're here, Mother. What about Master Ren? Are we going to meet him at the Temple of Ubasti? He said he wouldn't be long. No. He'll just have to find us when he's ready or not. You're in this room, filled with your obsession, the Saman Empress. We're missing something. The last time I was here was just a suspicion, but now I can feel it in my bones. There's something important we haven't found. But we searched everywhere, miss. What, if you hadn't been so driven to know her secrets, would you still be alive? Would I be a different person? You foxes are supposed to be good at finding what's hidden. Use your senses. I have been, but I'll try again. Or do you know what was sleeping inside me? Is that why you never stopped searching? The smells are so old, miss, all jumbled together. Mostly just paper and leather and your mother. Who is the bigger mystery? Me or you? You're not trying hard enough. I'll just leave you here until you find something. I'll be back in a couple of days. Wait! Miss, come back, don't leave me. Only if you found something. There, that spot. That's the only place that's different. It smells like the sea. Why did you do that? Why did you scare me? Sometimes we have to be pushed if we're going to be our best. So she just slams her fist into the concrete and she goes, fuck it, I don't have time for this. And she breaks through the wall and a box falls out. She goes, don't touch it, miss. There's death on that key. So Mike opens the box and in like a pillow I don't know if it's velvet, but on a pillow there's a key that looks like it's been shaped out of bone resting on there on her little rope thong. It's like, well, hello, you're from the north, aren't you, little one? Yes, ma'am, how did you know? Not many foxes in this city. Most of them are refugees. Don't worry, those soldiers won't hurt you. There's no slave trade here. The queens of Theria would never allow such madness. And while those queens hold the abyssal sea, neither the Federation of Man nor the Kumeya would dare. Don't fear the child lies. Theria was brutally invaded once already by the witches. It can happen again. The Wave Empress herself saved Theria during the war. The Kumeya will never forget that. They now fear the goddess of the deep more than they revere their false Miriam. You know nada, old woman. The Kumeya love power more than they care about any goddess, their own or another. Little Fox Girl's like, you should always be careful with witches. So they went outside and they saw an old woman running a stall that's selling dumplings, it looks like. So she gave some to Little Fox while she's just chewing on it. And so Mike asked her, a woman was supposed to be living in that home behind me. Catriona Devola. Do you know where she is? Old Catri? She left on pilgrimage 2 years gone. Since the spring. Sold her possessions and went to sea. Let's go. Miss, are we going to look for that woman who went away? Not yet, little fox. I have something else to take care of first. Is it her? Yes, your majesty. Moriko Halfwolf's daughter has returned. Oh shit. This is gonna be so good, I can already tell. Theria Temple District. So you see them walking up the cats walking up the stone temple into this really ostentatious looking palace, and there's all these walkways, like there's stone columns, inlaid with designs in gold, and like all these giant cat statues. And then there's a bunch of walkways up ahead, and there's cats all over them. You have by Ubasti's grace. I am necromancer Ren Mormorian. I've come to see the poet Jadala Bonetail. She's expecting me. Do you know what the first poet said about our kind, young Ren? Cats are the great mystery born in that space where shadow meets light, that borderland of dreams and death and life. No door is closed against us, no secret can defy us. We exist in every world, every universe, every possibility. We cannot be denied, not even by the dead. We are magnificent, Ren Mormorian. We are fucking glorious. Oh my god, I love these cats. And now, because of your incompetence in the north, the survival of Bubasti's children is no longer assured. There is now an uncertainty, one that cannot be tolerated. Necromancers have never answered to the poets, and that won't start with me. So the cat priestess came up and basically slammed him against a wall. He was holding him by the throat. He goes, nor did I come here to be lectured or threatened. And he just kicks her backwards. He goes, the blood of the shaman empress no longer sleeps. The old god has awakened. I heard it speak. And there's more. You must tell the others. The plan has to change. And you have gather around, sailors. We'll be questing you and your captains over the next several days. Another body was just found by the quay. Eaten. What do you mean, eaten? Cut open, eviscerated. No animal did it. Took a person to make the incision, took a person to make the incision. Ate just the heart and liver, chewed on other bits. Second time this week. We have a ghoul killer in our city. You heard what happened in the livestock yard, didn't you? There was a girl... Oh, sorry, that's not the little girl wolf. You heard what happened in the livestock yard, didn't you? There was a girl caught feeding on the sheep. Torn open with her bare hands, they say. Miss, was it you? Will anyone help us? I'm willing to work. My father was a soldier in the war, but the witches took his legs. Please help. That is just brutal. So you see another little fox child, completely starved, ribs sticking out. You see the father behind them, just head bowed, hair a mess. They got no legs, it's just stumps for legs covered in bandages. He's like, Miss, we have to. Shut up, just shut up. Miss, please, you made so much money from selling Sir Corvin Swift. Can't we spare some? Sorry, little fox, but we might need all our coin before we're through. Just because you're afraid you won't have anything tomorrow doesn't mean you shouldn't help people today. Weren't you ever hungry and alone? Didn't someone help you? I'm always hungry, Kippa. Kippa, Master Ren, you found us. Barely in time. What are you both doing here? Don't you see the crest those guards are wearing? It's the mark of the brothers Imura. I know, they control the fish market and more. Are you crazy for trouble? The brothers Imura are vile freebooters. No one even whispers their names for fear of offending the goddesses. Do you know what it takes to become an exile of all the fates? It's like that. It's like, eep. So you see two hands and a cat's tail just strung up on a pillar hanging by a piece of rope. He goes, precisely. He's like, Miss, you three, come with me. And you see this absolutely gargantuan pirate with with what looks like a pink beard, and he's got this giant, what looks like a trident on his back. It's just... Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna have to show this page really quick, but These are some wicked, wicked designs. So how far will she sail? To the farthest shore, sir. She is built for both capacity and distance. Easy enough to claim, but every crew that attempts the journey dies of thirst or hunger. There's no land to the east, Master Builder. Nothing close enough to keep my people alive. Even the latest airships can't make the journey. This vessel is different, sir. Its size is directly related to the problem of maintaining the crew until they can reach the lost continent. We found a way to build cold boxes into the lower. So you see these two giant tiger guys with these radical ass beards and goatees, and just, oh my god. The character designs in this series are just insane. My apologies, Master Builder. We'll have to continue this meeting an hour from now. Sufyan, please escort our guest to the canteen. Our best wine for her, please. Micah Halfwolf, look how you've grown. And what an outstanding killer you've become, if the whispers I hear are true. They're true, Sazy. You were just a child the last time I saw you dancing in the street at the Lunar Festival, with a smile so bright even I felt warmed. How you love to dance, such a good little wolf. And now you're death. You also bring a filthy necromancer into my house. He smells like a snitch just like the rest of his kind, squeezing the dead to give up their secrets. Such a terrible thing, not leaving ghosts to their peace. Leave him alone. So one of the other tiger just pull out a sword. He's pointing it at Ren's back. And Micah's like, I don't trust him either, but he's been useful. He'll be yet less useful if Kenzie untails him. There's no room at sea for anything less than absolute loyalty. Trust is the same as blood. That's a lesson your mother learned too late. Let us go for a jaunt, young wolf, and you can tell me why you're here. Brother Kenzie, find out what you can from the necromancer. Make sure he's not hiding anything. Save the tales for later. So Kenzie's just grabbing Ren by his tail, and he's got his sword, and he's about to just take it off. It's like, oh, Busty, please. Like, miss, stop him. Have your guard take the little fox out for lunch. She's sentimental, and if anything happens to her, he dies. Phileas, you looking to die? Not today, boss. So Phileas' pink beard, just to let everyone know. No, this is wrong. Don't let Master Ren be tortured. He betrayed me to the dust court, yes or no? And Kippa's just crying. She's like, I thought so. It's like, it's not right, miss. I'm getting soft. I miss the ocean and the blood. I should never have stopped pirating, but Kenzie wasn't the same after what the sea folk did to him. I can't be out there without him. He's always been our luck. But I soothe my loss with the obscene amounts of coin our little trade empire makes. I am the unlikeliest of goddess fathers you know. I'm not sure what your mother was thinking when you were born, except that I was there and caught you. We were at sea, on my ship, when I heard Moriko had died. And then I couldn't find you, not until you returned 3 years ago. And he looks down at her like this, and he's like, your arm, more of it's missing. I made a mistake. With the brothers Amura, you have a crew, little wolf, small but loyal. Come. Who has held you? Who has held you since your mother? So he just draws her in to give her a hug. He goes, maybe one day you'll remember that you had a life before the war. She goes, that's why I'm here. To be me. Again. To feel like a person. To remember what it is to dance. But for that to happen, I need to know. And she pulls out the little bone key, and he's like, give that to me. She's like, what is it? And as he reaches out, she pulls it back. She goes, what is it? And he goes, it's from the Isle of Bones. Only those with the key can survive that accursed atoll. Your mother told me she lost it. And you know about this key how? The truth now. Because your mother went there seeking answers. From who? No one knows what power rules that isle. Your mother never spoke of her journey. You took her, didn't you? I wish I'd refused her. Moriko lost something of herself in that place. Surviving exacted a price. There won't be anything left to me if I keep paying what it takes to survive. I'm running out of time. What happened to you, little wolf? I hear the whispers, but it's hard to believe. The dust court is hunting you. Witches are hunting you. Will you help me or not? Boss, Therian soldiers have entered the warehouse. The Blood Queen is with them. She seeks the half-wolf. The Blood Queen? She knows better than to come here. The pack that hunts you, wolf, grows bigger. Phileas, get the necromancer, bring him to the Jolly Ravager. So, young wolf, it appears I'm giving you a ship after all. Oh boy. The Jolly Ravager is my finest ship, and her captain and crew are without peer. All of them fought with me in the last battle of Keelstone Reef. When it's time to make the blasted journey to the lost continent, it'll be them I sail with if Kenzie can be persuaded, that is. Move your asses, Commander Mura's coming aboard and we need to set sail. So again, I'm just going to quickly show you who the captain, I assume, is. Actually, let me finish this page and I'll show you guys a quick look of what the captain looks like. But oh my god, the designs on this are just killing me. The gulls should have already relayed my order, Sarissa. I can't say I'm pleased by the course we're setting. That's bad luck, Sazy. The Wave Empress doesn't take kindly to hasty fools. I'm the fool and I'm also the reason for the haste. That is Moriko Half-Wolf's daughter. Well, we are fucked, aren't we? Laugh later. She's being hunted by the Kumea and the Dust Court, which means we are now being hunted. The Blood Queen herself wants a word with my goddess daughter. I'll find out whether it's just words or her head, but in the meantime, let them all chase us. I have stared into the eyes of the Wave Empress, Sazy. Nothing else can frighten me. But this is just insane design. For any Loch Lamora fans, if you read Red Seas Under Red Skies, that reminds me of Zamira Drakasha, and I'm just love it. I didn't expect you to still be traveling with us. That conversation with Kenzie must have been amazing. I hope you lose the rest of your limbs. I hope you spend the rest of your life as a stump. I'm touched, so tell me why you're so persistent in following me. I made a promise to Tuya, for better or for worse, to keep you safe. I wasn't lying about her friend, Kippa. I swore an oath to her. But you did betray Miss to the Dust Court. You were selfish and mean. My May used to say everything happens for a reason, but sometimes the reason is that you made bad choices. I hope you don't make any more of those, Master Wren. Here and then gone again, but that's life at sea. You'll be missed. You've been missed. All these years I had plans for you, young wolf. You're going to be the inheritor of my empire. I'd tell your mother that and she'd laugh, but I meant it. I missed you too. I just didn't think I could stay. I wasn't the same after the war. I'm not the same now. I am unsafe. Everything I have came from years of ruthless murder. Am I safe? No. But I love, I am loyal, and that is my redemption. If it is so for me, then why not you? I have another favor to ask. There are names on the back of this photograph. I need to find the other child and Catriona, my old nursemaid. I'm told she went to sea. I'll do my best. One more thing, though. You've been silent about the Dawn Court. If these other powers are hunting you, why haven't you gone to the Sword of the East for help? My mother made me swear an oath never to go near her. Your mother was salty about the Dawn Court for good reasons, but you don't have to carry her grudge. You need allies, little wolf. If you don't go to the warlord, she will come to you. Mark my words. And then we go back to the Kumea and the High Priestess. No, this is someone else. I do so love watching the dead rise. What a treat. Ubasti Om Doma Ubasti Om Amod. Speak as our Lady Warlord commands, and you shall be freed to your goddess for your rebirth upon this world or another. Murderers, you murdered us. You stole us from our lives. Why? 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 Constantine, you survived the heart of the blast. Tell me how. You must answer. The Sword of the East compels you to speak. Oh, so this is the warlord. So you have a bunch of cats surrounding a bunch of what looks like children's corpses. And they're trying to apparently raise them from the dead. It goes, we don't know how we survived, but we know who saved us. Micah Halfwolf. Oh my. Micah Halfwolf? There's only one Halfwolf, little fools, and her name is Moriko. You are the fool. Moriko had a daughter who'll remake the world. You lie. It is an unfortunate fact of life that the dead only speak the truth. But Supreme Warlord, you must hurry with your questions. The necromancers cannot hold them much longer. These ghosts are unusually strong. Fine. Did this Micah Halfwolf destroy Constantine? Did Moriko give her the weapon? You are twice the fool. There is no weapon, only Micah Halfwolf. She ended the war and has already begun another. You will not be the Sword of the East for much longer. Well, that was an illuminating conversation. How was I unaware that Moriko had a child? How was that possible? My spies, my informants, they had to know. Unless, pardon me, but perhaps you should focus on a different question. We thought the weapon that destroyed Constantine was a thing. Now, it seems it is not. It is a person. Not just any person either. The Dust Court recently broke its silence and battled the Kumeya south of Zamora near the wall. A battle that possibly resulted in a localized blast of infernal energy. Perhaps our rivals are one step ahead. They might already have the girl, which bodes ill for us. Summon my fleet lords now. Micah Halfwolf, what did my goddess damned sister hide inside you? And then we have an excerpt of a lecture from the esteemed Professor Tamtam, former first record keeper of the Ishami Temple and learned contemporary of Nemron Blackclaw. Theria has always been a sacred city for the ocean cultures of our world. It is believed that on Theria's very coast, the Wave Empress, the goddess of the deep, first sent an embassy to the people above. Whether this legend is true or not, Theria has long been a contact zone between those who walk the known world and all who inhabit the unknown world beneath the waves. And while there are other cities, marvelous and wealthy, that press against the sea, none are controlled by mortal women anointed by the Wave Empress herself. I love this. The pirate queens of Theria. For these reasons, it was said that anyone who attacked Theria would face the wrath of the Wave Empress, who is the oldest of the divine. The Kumeya, however, did not heed the old stories. The Mother Superior ordered Theria to be taken in order to further isolate the Dawn and Dusk courts. The Federation Navy alone, of all the branches of the military, balked at the invasion plan. Those captains argued the risks were too great, and many a cat believed it was their fear of the Wave Empress that drove their dissent. So, unable to rely on the Federation Navy, the Kumeya led the invasion of Theria themselves by air. The queens of Theria were vastly outgunned and had no airships of their own, but still they refused to accept terms of surrender. The queens rallied every merchant sail, every corsair, every able-bodied arcanic, even the refugees, and for 6 days and 6 nights they held the city against the Federation. Theria became a vision of hell itself. Half the city was alight, and its famed streets and markets were strewn with burning, bombarded flesh, while the seas boiled and hissed with the fire of drowning ships. The Federation and Kumeya committed untold atrocities. Mothers and elders were bayoneted and into pits. Cats were skinned alive in the Temple of Ubasti. Upon the sacred altar, arcanic infants, too small to be valuable for the Lilium, were thrown into bonfires. For all the courage of its citizens, by day 6, Theria could not stop the Federation from seizing the city. It was only then, when all hope seemed lost, that the prayers of the Queen were answered. by a typhoon the likes of which had never been recorded in the entire history of the abyssal sea. So tall were the waves, survivors reported it was as if the sea had decided to drown the entire world. The gale flattened entire quarters. 2 days it lasted, and when finally the Therians could leave their shelters, they found every Federation airship destroyed, all the invaders drowned. Therio, though ravaged, was saved. Young ones, take heed. Nothing is sacred, not even the divine. But remember, too, goddesses keep their promises, and their memories are eternal. Chills. So now we're on to chapter 8. They have Mother. I thought all that mattered was finding answers about your death. But it turns out your life is what I should have been hunting all along. No, let go, let go. You sailed these very seas when you went searching for your answers. The crew is back from the well station, Captain. All the drinking water is aboard. Good, John. Time we had the wind behind our sails. I had a dream last night we were being watched, and that dream ended in blood. Sea dreams are not to be ignored, Captain, though what they mean only the poets can know for certain. Now I'm here, chasing after you. Help! Are you sure this is safe for the child, half-wolf? Some sailors say it's best not to learn how to swim, but I'd rather she have a fighting chance while we're at sea. Of course, but couldn't you have selected someone less sharkish to be her teacher? You'd be wise not to disparage our crew, Cat. Even though you're dead, there's part of me that believes maybe I'll find you. You might not like what happens. And Ren's like, the truth is, all I'll ever find is your ghost. But for someone like me, a ghost is better than nothing. I am sick to death of being threatened by mongrel tiger kin. Put another claw in my face and I'll have it for a necklace. You, half-wolf, can you swim? I can outswim you. You're either a liar or a fool. Neither will last long out here. Look, I'm drowning. No, wait, I'm starting to figure it out. 'Tis enough, little Kippa. The crew has returned from ashore. Captain will want to set sail. Oh my god, I love this so much. Oh. Thank you for trying to teach me swimming, Miss Oldtooth. I'm sorry I jumped when I first saw you. That was very rude. You had no reason to know I'm an Arcanic. You landers have been dry so long you've forgotten the faces of your sea sisters and brothers. You have a shark pirate with all these badass scars across her, just fully muscled, and it's just... This book is just showing me, like, every new page, just more and more character designs of falling in love. It's just like, god damn. Jan, leave the necromancer alone. He might enslave your ghost after you die. He'll need to grow a few extra tails if he wants to take my soul, Captain. Raise the anchor, Rixa, the sails. Master Ren, did you see me drowning? Yes, Kippa, I did. Miss, I was in the sea. You half-pup, I heard the way you talked to the captain just now. That won't do. Not from a human, not from anyone. I'm as arcanic as you. There's plenty rich. You're gonna need more than a drop of true blood to make you one of us. Mother, Therians were always famous for their tolerance, but the war has made them hard. The war made us all hard. Right now you smell like a dirty human, you look like a dirty human, that makes you a dirty human. We have another, I assume, octopus lady that just smacks Micah with one of her tentacles. She goes, they don't trust people who look like me anymore. And you, a dirty human lover. Changelings, they call us, traitors. Call me dirty, or human again. Miss, no. Fuck off. Back to the witches. Did you remember when I was small, how I wanted to have goddess marks like the other arcanic children? I wanted a wolf tail, I wanted wolf claws and wolf teeth. Lord. So Micah just grabs her with their hand, hoists her up in the air. Then she grabs one of her tentacle arms and just rips it off. She goes, ah! It's like, do you remember what you said? Little wolf, you have all those things, but they are safe within you where no one can take them. Sometimes, my darling, it's better to hide your teeth. He goes, fuck, fuck. He's like, ugh. Easy enough for you, mother, but hiding was never easy for me. Anyone else want to argue? The shark lady's just laughing, going, ha ha! How funny is the blood? How funny of all of you how funny of you all to try to cow the half wolf. You, Micah. If you hurt my crew again, you'll pay with your life. The rest of you, defy my order of protection and I'll be the one doing the dismembering. Stop crying, it'll grow back. Some of us aren't that lucky. I assume you can climb as well as you can fight. A ship is a very fragile thing. Commander Imura used to say that you had to be harder than steel to hold a ship together. And here you are trying to tear my ship to splinters. The commander asked me to bring you to the Isle of Bones, but what I'm tempted to do is just bleed you and throw your body to the deep. Make an excuse to the old man. But they're sentimental and they've lost enough. Save your lectures, Captain, for people who have to listen to them. You don't need to like me, you just have to obey. I've met your kind, half-wolf. You think you can take pieces of people and there won't be consequences. It's those like you who sink ships, but I'll tell you one thing. You won't sink mine. The sea teaches there are consequences to everything. Everything, you hear? Small ripples become waves that can ravage even the safest harbor. When your wave comes, I don't think you're going to be looking so brave. You'll need more than your hands to scrub away that mess. Did you get blood in your eyes? No, ma'am. How was Miss? Save your concern, girl. You think you can accompany her, but let me give you a lesson. Sharks swim alone. One day she's going to eat you. Eat you, believe me. You're welcome to stay here if you want. I could turn you into a sailor. Besides, foxes always bring good luck. But I believe in Miss Micah. That's not the problem. The problem is she doesn't believe in you. When she's angry, do you think you even exist? Jan, Old Tooth, I want you both to hear it first. We're sailing for the Isle of Bones. Old Tooth is rapidly becoming my favorite character. Of course we are. Figured that was where the compass was pointing, Captain. Couldn't reckon another reason the half-wolf's daughter would be on our ship. Oh man, Jan has a hook for a hand. Is just, The crew will protest, to put it mildly. Commander Imura didn't issue a request. He issued an order, and death to she who disobeys it. Aye, well, the old-timers will fall in line. They are as brave as the sea. It is the new ones we picked up at port who may be when they hear where we're headed. Where we're going is dangerous, yes, but sailors have returned from the mists. The Toussaint sisters and those blasted cats, what were their names? The Stormfurs. And Commander Imura and my mother. 2 others as well, members of my very own crew who shipped with the commander when there at the landing. Them and the captain cat. She was our navigator last time. Without her we would have died. I won't be doing that again. Back in those years I was just a disposable harpoon. Now she's got the ship and the crew to look after. What can you tell us about the island? I saw very little. I stayed with the launch. I remember an immense curved wall that looked like it had been made from a leviathan's ribs. Lady Halfwolf and Commander Imura were the only ones to go ashore into the mists, but they never spoke of what they saw. 18 years ago you would have been a child. Jan was indeed a cub, snuck aboard our skiff against orders. The commander nearly beat the stripes out of his fur for that. I had to see for myself what was making you adults piss your breeches. It wasn't all that bad. Cut that lying tongue. I've sailed many a dark sea, but those mists are some of the darkest. I'd rather not go back inside that abyss. Don't be so gloomy, sweet Finn. Stop your playing, Jan. You don't understand, miss. You cannot navigate in that place. It's a white veil that comes down between you and the world. All you do is row and pray the wave emperors will guide you to land. And that's not accounting for the screams. Screams? The poets say that those who never make it to land are trapped in the mist for all eternity. We'll send in a two-person skiff, just the half-wolf and one other to make the landing, and mind the craft while she goes ashore. I don't need anyone else. I can do it on my own. Then you are a fool. You're not going by yourself. You need someone who can help you navigate you to shore. Old Tooth said it amounts to little more than praying. You're heading in the right direction. Why do I need another person for that? I'll know where land is. I'll smell it, miss, even if the air is bad. I know I will. You are staying on this boat, Kippa. Eldritch fog is best left to the ones who don't know better. For once, I agree with the cat. Old Tooth and John will decide who goes with the half-wolf, and may the Empress take mercy on us. So you see what looks like a monkey or something else that was spying in on the conversation that goes upon the rails, and it goes, "It is as our master suspected." Ooh. What in the hells is that? Her orders are to prevent the half-wolf from landing on that island. And how will we stop her? She is too strong. You saw how she tore the limbs off the sea breed. How young you both are. There are ways, I assure you. And when the half-wolf was dead, we will also take the mask. So you see two women that have, I don't know what the hell to even call it. One of them, their space is split in two, and it looks like one of the monstrum is coming out of there. And the other one is just like half, most of her face is there, but there's no eyes, and the monsters are coming out of her face. And there's some kind of monkey cat thing that's sitting on their shoulders, giving them the orders. So next page, you see it's the ship at night, and you see Micah sleeping, and Kippa sleeping in a hammock with Ren. And then her monstrum comes out and goes, "I wake, and to think I was foolish enough to believe I might not. It seems not much time has passed. So where have you taken us now, child? You who are so drawn to all that is miserable." She's like, "Fuck, you're back. You have been unwise. The sea slays as many as it carries here. Death is everywhere. Death for you, rebirth for me. You ate the rest of my arm, you sister fucker. That wasn't part of the bargain when I gave you your name. No, you ate it yourself. Just as you ate the first time you woke me. You cannot summon that much power without a price. Imagine what you might lose the next time you decide to take control. Why are we at sea, child? The waves do not favor my kind. I have a different question, monster. Do you know what the fuck this is?" So she shows it the little bone key. It goes, "Where did you find that accursed piece of bone?" Doesn't matter. Of course it matters when what you are holding is from the skeleton of a god. Just give me a second here. Okay. A god, one of you? Only one of my kind was ever killed in this world. It is not a good omen to see part of that corpse in your hand. We're going to a place where this piece of god bone is supposed to keep us alive. Do you know what we'll find there? When I was in the body of your ancestor, there were stories about the resting place of this god's corpse. It had become a prison for an ancient who had lost its mind. You would be better served not going to such a place. Indeed, our lives would be improved immensely if you turned your attention to destroying the mask. So it reaches out some tentacles and goes in for a break and grabs the mask out. The abyssal one we fought. I am not convinced we killed it. As long as the mask exists, no one in this world is safe. Not even a being as exalted as me. You only want to keep yourself safe. It is wise to care about survival. Only a fool invites their own ruin, which is why I find your usual lack of self preservation so unusual. I will live a while longer, and not even the specter of a good drowning will keep me from my appetites. There was always the possibility that things might have turned out differently. Some arcanics can only get the mark when they're of age. Then their eyes change, or their teeth grow sharp, or their tails appear. They will never know or make a sound, and their bodies will be easily discarded. So the arm is just dragging her out onto the deck, and you see some of the crew sleeping there. And it goes, I prayed to the goddess. I prayed for anything any mark would do. Miss, no, you can't feed on the sailors. You just can't. Yes, control that thing for all our sakes. I should have listened to the poets. Be careful what you desire, they say. Ha, ha, ha. Yes, child, control me. I should have listened to you, mother. Control our hunger. She goes, no. It's like, that is not what I had in mind. So Micah just dives off board into the sea. He goes, Miss, someone help. And Ren's like, fuck me. It's like, you are such a bother. Go and die hungry. Oh, child, I am nothing if not resourceful. And Micah goes, no. Ooh. Yes, this will satisfy. Though the presence of a siren is quite strange. So you see something that looks like a mermaid that's dragging Micah down. So of course the claw or the tentacle hand just dives straight into it. And he goes, it cannot be an accident that she was so close to the ship. It seems all the powers are waking. So Micah finally surfaces again and goes, it hasn't been long, she might still be alive. Or perhaps she's already gone. Trim the sails, prepare the launch. No need. And Micah pulls herself aboard and goes, Miss, what game are you playing, half-wolf? Do you want to die? She goes, it would be easier. Miss, stop. Living isn't supposed to be easy. If it was easy, it wouldn't be called life, so say the poets. Also, the goddess tells us how a reborn reflects how we live in this life. And you're fighting to be better, miss. You just threw yourself off the ship to keep the monster from hurting everyone. Is that why I tried to drown myself, little fox? Also, your goddess can eat shit. What makes you think I'm not already praying for crimes from another life? What makes you think I'm not already paying for crimes from another life? Or maybe I'm the one making everyone else pay. Maybe I was supposed to be an awful person to help the goddess's balance her scales. No, miss, you're not awful. And Ren's like, actually, you're really fucked up. She goes, get me something to dry off with, little fox. And as she steps into the room, a grenade goes off with a boom. It's like, hurry, over here. It's like, I see them. Half-wolf, answer me, damn you. She goes in and she goes, fuck. And she's, Micah's just been, a bunch of shards of glass have been shot into her. So yeah, from the archives of the esteemed Professor Tam Tam, former first record keeper of the Ishami Temple, and learned contemporary of Nemron Blacklaw, the Federation needs you. The liberty and safety of every human is under dire threat. Answer the call. Won't you be the hero we need? Visit your local government office or commit a house of worship and band together with your comrades. Join now. If the Federation falls, you fall. Know your enemy. Demonicas are the most terrible and ancient of the demons who threaten humankind. Immortal, hungry for flesh, they keep harems of tortured humans and forcibly breed upon them the living atrocities that we know as half-spawns. Part human, part demonica, all fiend. When young, their strength is limited, but at puberty the half-spawn experiences the awakening and gains their power. Beware the deceivers. Half-spawn who can pass as human. Never let down your guard. Test even the most innocent face with a dog or scope. Destroy these mad brutes. Enlist today. So that brings us to chapter 9. And I'm actually going to stop the recording here because it's now coming up close to almost an hour. And I know what I did, the poll recently. A lot of you said that you prefer the read-through videos to be between, half an hour to an hour. So going forward in the future, I'll try to do my best to kind of keep it within that time range. And I'll just split off the read-throughs into different parts. I think that makes it kind of easier for everyone. So I got through chapter 7, 8. So this Monstress Volume 2 read-through might be split into 3 parts then. So video part 2 obviously will cover chapters 9, 10, and I'll do 11, 12, and kind of my summary overall thoughts in the last part of the read-through video. So like I said, I will get this video ready to upload tonight. Then I will record reactions to One Piece Promised Neverland Haikyuu sometime today, and then I'll do my best to either get it out by tonight, depending on how time works out, or I will have it out early tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening, and then I'll let you all know on Twitter when that happens. But it is, I have to say, it is good to be back and doing these videos again. I have missed doing it. I hope you all are looking forward to, me coming back and kind of getting into this. And as always, if you have any feedback, comments, whatever for the video format, if there's something else you'd like me to do, if you want me to do different voices for the characters, kind of separate them, make them out to be more distinct, anything like that, please let me know so I can kind of improve these as it goes along. But until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.